So hello everyone. In this video, basically I'll be discussing a poll that I had asked in on our channel. I had asked the question, what is the most difficult part of AI? So what is the most difficult part of AI? So 70% of the people, or 7 people, have said that algorithms are tough to understand, obviously, and surprisingly, nobody said that coding is tough in AI. I thought this will be at least, if not first, the second, but nobody said. Okay, fine. Less resources available. I thought this will not get any kind of um, vote, but at least somebody has said that yes, they are struggling with the resources. And two of them said none of the above, but I asked them to mention in comments. However, I did not find any comments, and that is fine. That's okay. Which basically means these people are saying that these three things are not the problem. That's all we can conclude. Okay. So algorithms are tough to understand. This is the 70%. That is 7 people out of 10 people have said that algorithms are the most important and the toughest part of AI. Now that, in my opinion, is correct. Okay. Now I'm not saying that coding is easy. I'm okay. Less resources. I think there is ample resources. Okay. Or if there is any other reason, please mention in the comment section. But I think coding is somewhat difficult. However, algorithms, yes, totally agreed that they are the most difficult part to understand, and there are, I think, two major reasons. Now there could be other minor reasons as well, but there are two major reasons because of which I think that algorithms are actually tough. And the first reason is that this is especially valid for someone who is making a transition or something in this particular field, and that is that it has a lot of prerequisites. Okay, it has a lot of prerequisites. You need to have good foundation in maths, without a doubt. You need to have some amount of maths. You need to have linear algebra done. You need to understand statistics. You need to understand probability. You need to understand some amount of calculus also. Calculus. So basically there are some prerequisites. Just any person cannot just get up and say, no, I'll start doing AI. It's not that easy. Okay. And now again, just using a API or a wrapper, basically a wrapper, okay, is not the answer. You should be able to code it. Okay. And coding is also one of the prerequisites. That does not mean coding in AI. I'm not talking about PyTorch or TensorFlow. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about basic coding, basic Python. That is also, and this is somewhere a lot of people struggle. Actually, a lot of people struggle in computer science, in coding. So I would say yes, prerequisites are definitely something that is kind of an entry barrier into this field. Now, second thing is actually the maths involved. Yes, maths is a prerequisite over here, fine, but there is maths involved even in deep learning, right? Now that maths is also difficult, especially if, let's say, you are someone who wants to get into research. You want to make your own algorithms, right? Make own algorithms. That is a little bit difficult, and the reason for that is it involves so many things. For example, you want to talk about optimizers, right? Let's talk about optimizers, how Adam works, or even let's go one step back and say how backpropagation works. Is that so easy to understand? No, it's not that easy. If you want to implement, I have shared this experience on this channel. If you want to implement a simple neural network in NumPy, I'm not talking about any advanced neural network, I'm talking about simple neural network. This is going to take so much time. It is tough, I'm telling you. It took me time. It took me 1 week. If you want to implement, I'm challenging anybody over here, if you want to implement simple CNN in NumPy without using all those loops and all that, okay, so a lot of people use loops for let's say matrix multiplication. No, you're not supposed to use any loops over here, especially like you are not supposed to use the basic what to say for I in range and then for j in range and all that. No, you need to use NumPy, basic NumPy functions. You will not be able to do it that easily. When you are going to implement the backpropagation in CNN, that time you will see how difficult it is. I have done it. I know how difficult that is. So yes, it is difficult. So that, I would say, algorithms are the most difficult part, and that's why we use PyTorch and don't use NumPy, because they do backpropagation for us. They do the automatic differentiation for us on their own. We don't have to code that logic. In fact, most of us will not be able to code that logic on the fly. Yes, if given time and all that, but how many of us actually have that amount of time? We don't, right? So yes, prerequisites, coding, maths, and sorry, first of all is prerequisites and the basic maths that come along with it, and then the maths of this. After that, the problem is I think the third problem that also comes, which is not the algorithm problem, is resources. Okay, and the biggest over here is time. In order to make a model work, it may take you a day, and then finally you will realize that you forgot to give some parameter correctly. Okay, and your entire model training was wrong. Now there are ways you can overfit your model on a single batch, and all those things are there. I'm not saying on a single batch, if you overfit, if you are able to do that, it means the model is working fine. I get it, but still there are many problems that can come with it. There are times where you are able to train completely overfit on one batch, but again, when you do it on the entire data set, you figure out you did some silly mistake in the in the implementation right in the start. Secondly, in resources only, you will not have the computational power. You may need many GPUs, and you are not very comfortable with distributed training. Okay, so I'm not saying here that AI is easy. I am saying that AI can be made easy. Can be made easy how? If you are willing to learn and the teacher is willing to teach, and both of them are there, and there is time on your side. Okay, so this is very very important, I would say. So yes, how now, the question is how to solve this problem. We basically understood that, correct, AI algorithms are tough because these are not like your DSA algorithms, data structure and algorithms are okay, you can do it. Okay, and I'm not saying that is also very easy. Some of them are very very complicated, but if you just give some amount of time, you will get it. Okay, so for example, normalizing flows, this is a little bit complicated. Okay, so flow algorithms, there are, I think, I know. So normalizing flows is there in deep learning. There are some flow algorithms. Okay, I don't remember them now, but I had studied when I was in my study years. But definitely there was flow algorithms that were there. Just to code that, it was so difficult. However, here to even simple neural network, if you don't understand, it's very very complicated. And that is just the start of deep learning. What about transformers? That does not mean you can't understand them. We can definitely understand them if ample amount of time and effort is given. True, you can do it if not even ample, I say right amount of time and effort is given, you can do that. But that is also transformer, whatever. But that is just the icing on the cake. What about Gen AI? What about high level? So there are some of the algorithms that I have worked on some of the algorithms that are way hard. That's very very hard. If you just want to see that, you can go to Kaggle competitions, and then look at the top competitions, the highest paid one. The one that I know is over $1 million. This one is tough. Trust me, it's very tough. Okay, so I don't want to scare you, but what is the solution? The solution is basically, you don't give up. That is the solution. I can tell you from my experience. I was not a very good gifted student when it comes to AI. Okay, okay, maths was good enough, coding was good enough, I would say. I had the prerequisites, but that does not mean I had everything. I did not have a lot of at my time, there was not a lot of resources online. Okay, now it is there. Now when I started, there was some resources but not a lot. Okay, so it was a problem. Now though, I see there are so many kinds of videos and so many lectures and so many articles that are there. So whenever, if I am also going to learn something today, it's a lot more easier than what it used to be. However, the main thing is, don't give up. This is the only thing that is going to work in every domain of computer science, I think, in general life even. Okay, I think in general life even, but whatever. Yes, AI and deep learning specifically can be a little overwhelming at start, but once you get a hang of it, I still remember I was trying to understand back propagation through time. The back propagation in LSTM and RNN. So tough initially, but then, yes, after looking at somewhere around 25 to 30 videos and reading, I don't know, countless number of articles, I was able to get it. Okay, so all in all, yes, you are correct, AI algorithms are hard, but resilience is something that you'll have to keep, that should be on your side. You should not give up, and only then we will be able to. And it will take time, trust me, it will take time. It's not that easy. It's not I don't want to belittle any other subject, but yes, it takes time. Okay, So I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and bye.